Paul McGuire Grimes, KSTP, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Yeah, Jessica, it is really great talking to both of you today. I had a blast with The Matrix Resurrections. So congratulations to both of you on just being a part of this legacy.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah, now, I want to start with you. What was the balance for you of making this your version of Morpheus versus kind of keeping it consistent with what Lawrence Fishburne had done?
I had no responsibility to keep it consistent with what Lawrence Fishburne had done, which meant that I had freedom. Now, as an actor, I did and do respect that performance, and I think take every opportunity to make sure that performance is honored and that I kept the integrity. But Morpheus is a character with integrity. He's grounded. He has a very he has that gravitas, but also I knew that I was playing a character who was trying to separate himself from that identity and in fact to find his own sense of self and style and identity. So my biggest guideline was the script, and that's really how I found this character.
I love hearing that. That's so like kind of great, rewarding for you as an actor to be able to do that. Now, Jessica, your character of Bugs has no shortage of action sequences. So what was that training process like for all the fight choreography and all the special effects? And is it different because this is a Matrix movie?
Is it different? No, I mean, it's for me, a big part of it is just getting back into shape and getting my stamina and endurance up. I knew that Lana doesn't like cutting, and she likes very long running takes, and so I knew that primarily I would be doing the entire fight top to bottom, rather than on other shows where they shoot it for the action and you go in and you punch in, like, get this section here, you kind of break it up. With Lana, I knew I had to just be able to go for like 20 minutes. So that was the big hurdle for me. And then learning how to shoot guns, because I'm not familiar with guns in my personal life, and I hadn't done it professionally, and it was kind of intimidating.
Right. Now, I can only imagine. Now, earlier this year, you were in the continuation of Candyman, which was phenomenal, and now The Matrix. Why do you think the public loves these revivals and these continuations of characters that we are so attached to?
Nostalgia, I think. There's this that I think people, we want to visit the positive memories that we have, and go back to the past and sit in those seats again, or imagine what it is or what it could be like to sit in those seats again. And I think it's about trying to recreate those memories and those moments, and certainly The Matrix will or is intended to deliver on some of that nostalgia, but then offer something new at the same time.
Oh, completely. I felt that like I was having flashbacks of seeing the original trilogy while taking the story in a really new direction. It was it was fantastic. So congrats, I got the wrap. It was great to talk to both of you again today, so I appreciate the time today. Thank you. Hi. Paul McGuire Grimes, KSTP, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Priyanka, it is really great talking today. I had a blast with The Matrix Resurrection. So congrats on being a part of this big old legacy.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Now, describe working with Lana Wachowski, because I've read about the whole experience and it just seems so different than other filmmakers out there.
Yeah, she's not like many other people out there. Look, the Wachowskis created The Matrix. There's no one else that knows it the way she does. So I think for me, I thought the smartest thing to do would be to lean on her and just for her to literally not just direct me, but position how she wanted the grown-up Sati to be. But she doesn't like rehearsals. She doesn't like preparation very much. But at the same time, she likes the atmosphere to be electric on set. So as actors, you're just like on your toes constantly. So it was at least for me, I was very intimidated. But at the same time, it was very alive being on set, which was cool.
Yeah. Now, the original movie was just so revolutionary. What memories do you have of seeing the trilogy, and how do you think that it changed the industry?
Oh, I think when the first one came out, I must have been a teenager and 16 or something. And I think as someone who consumed a lot of entertainment at that time, you're 16, watching a lot of TV, I had higher expectations from movies after that. I think the Matrix movie shifted pop culture as we knew it. And we were at the precipice of, Y2K and 2000 and that time where technology was like exciting and scary at the same time. And the Matrix kind of came in and was like questioning everything that you thought was familiar and cool. So I remember that feeling very much with the movie.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, me too. Like I will never forget seeing it and the sequels. Now, I think that the film asks so many existential and philosophical questions about the choices that we make. And does that then get you thinking about your own real life and the choices that you make, or do you separate art versus life?
Well, when it comes to the movie, you go in there just trying to do your job, honestly. And to make sure that, you deliver what's expected of you. But I think, on our off time, yes, of course, there were multiple conversations about life and everything in it and choices and existential crises and, spirituality, globalization, philosophy, of course. But that's not all we did. We had a great time too.
When you get the script, you get the call like, hey, we're going to make this other Matrix movie. Like, what goes through your head? Do you feel that pressure, or is it just like an automatic yes right away? Like, of course, I want to be a part of this experience.
I would have played a table if they asked me to, just like hanging out over there. But no, it was, I had auditioned for the part. I knew the movie was being made, and I got a call back, and I was in India, and my agent called me and said, Lana wants to meet you tomorrow in San Francisco. And I was like, okay, on my way to the airport, and went and met her, talked to her about the part, and she called her assistant Amy, and she brought in a freshly printed script and said, welcome to the Matrix. I was like,
amazing. Yeah. I love hearing that. Yeah, I got the wrap. It was great talking to you today. Congrats on the success, what will be the success of this film. I know people will love it. So congrats.
Thank you so much.